Imagine offering it to His Holiness, right? And then Ilil will take and place on this desk, one by one.
Money is not offered, right? Directly to the desk?
Money directly to the desk, and also kata. Yep.
Directly to the desk.
Yep. So this one that's already here, I'm taking off. All right. It's going to be great. So again, the time that you guys stand up, you stand up at Nima Dawa. All right, so find that place in the text. Nima Dawa. The people that are offering, prostrate in whatever way you can, right? Right here in the center or off to the side there. You know, you'll just have to find out in the moment, right? Where's the good place for you to prostrate? But that's just the people offering. And the two helpers will take their stations and be ready to assist. Yes? So at Nima Dawa, everybody get up. And person number one comes and stands and waits until halfway through the short mandala. So you're the one that's got to be a little bit on to halfway through the short mandala, and you can look at me and I'll nod. Sajipuki, yeah. Yeah. So you won't be able to read, right? You won't be able to read while you're helping, but you'll hear Sajipuki, right? Because that's familiar to you. So once you kind of hear the first line go, then go ahead and move it along. Do you guys have questions? Yeah.
So we have to do it with Sajipuki, then we do all the offerings in the short mandala.
Slowly, slowly, gently, gently. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Is it okay? Yeah? Should we just try? All right. So everyone get to the long mandala. All right. And so this time, when I do the tune for the short mandala, I'm going to do the Thanksgiving offering tune so that both have been recorded. Is that okay? But still do it as if it's the requesting mandala so that you get used to this putting the kata on the table business. All right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to do the other tune, but we're still just doing a requesting mandala so you get used to the kata over the table, because that is kind of the messy bit that people get scared by. Okay? And if you want, I can send you an MP3 of the 3 versions of the mandala so that you've got it. Okay, let's see. And there you go. Okay. Yes, page 26. Ready? Yes. So if you know the mudra, if you know the mandala offering mudra, as soon as the mandala starts, you can start doing that mudra. If you have a mala, you can drape it. That's a nice way. Yeah. But again, that's something you guys can learn together another time, okay? Because it takes a little while to learn, and you need some like individual attention to help you sort out your fingers. And I think you can help each other do that, no problem. So I'll leave you to figure that out later, okay? So just leave it for now if you don't know. Okay? Varda, darling, just leave it for now. Yeah, just leave it for now. Okay. Gawa kabdon dorje chen chembo danawa yeme chembo yonshin tempa na tugile ton seno mote jetsu lama lozang tuwa dorje chen lama tubden zopa rimboje bal jambo jalnane tempo jambo tuju jambo le bajua Yönten jinkamu wagiu om bhajabumiyahu wachen sege saji om vajarekeyahu kirchari koyugi koeusu Riya Gabori Rab Shalu Papolo Zambuli Nubalanchu Jadraminen Luda Luba Nayabdam Nayabjan Yodam Dam Lam Jodro Draminin Da Draminin Gira Rimboje Riwo Pasam Gijin Dojo Yoma Mamo pae loto kolo rimboje, nobo rimboje, zumo rimboje, lambo rimboje, Lambo Rinpoche, Dajo Rinpoche, Mapo Rinpoche, Dejemboe Bumbage, Triwama Luma Gama, Metoma Dupoma Namzama Dijam, Nima Dawa Rinpoche, Jala Namba Gawe Galton, Usola Dami, Pajo Bunzon Zobama Samwame, Ajingi Do Wawa Dida Drinchin Sawa Dungyu, Shebe Palden Lama Damba, Nakeba Duyan Jetsu Lama Lozang Duan Doje Jen, Lama Tub Tenzo Barimboje, Pal Zambo Janane, Temba Jambo Junu Jamo Lewa Jundu Yundu Jinkamu Agi, Duje Droe Dojuje Suso, Jene Dazo Droa Magunam Ketaram Nambe Jem Jem Dam Jela, Tu Sewa Jem Bogone Jingila Tuso. Sajia Boiki, Jojia Meto, Tramria Ramlingji, Nia Day again Badi, Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiyatayami. Perfect. That is great. Good job.
Question though.
Thank you very much.
After you offer what you offer, you don't turn your back on the lama.
If
No.
possible. If possible.
You're
If possible.
supposed to go backwards.
If possible. If possible.
Flexible.
Right? So you back up a few steps and then turn around. Like,
Okay.
again, don't be weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't be backing
No,
up
because
into
I
people.
saw that sometimes they go out of their way not to turn their back, and then it looks
but
funny.
then if you fall
But
off the stage and
yeah,
hit your head,
exactly.
that's-
Yeah, you're answering your
Sort
own
of,
question.
So
Yeah, so just hang on, right? So let's listen to each person one by one. You're answering your own question, right? Like use your common sense. Step back a few spaces respectfully, and then you can turn around and be normal, okay? So absolutely, use your own common sense. Okay, so if there are other questions, let's do them one by one, very gently and with respect to one another. Yes.
So in the real world, you actually give this to the lama,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
then the helper takes it from the lama.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Except the lama.
Exactly.
So there is a lama.
Yeah, except for
And then you go back with an empty carpet, right?
the last person, sometimes each person, again, that changes lama to lama, situation to situation. So it might be that each person gets to offer the kata. It might be that no one does, or it might be that just the last person does. So you have your kata there and you just kind of look at him, right? Just look at him and you might be like, yeah. Or it might be, let's get the show on the road. Yeah, so you have to be flexible.
Is it reasonable to ask the attendants what to do? Or
You know, they sometimes don't know either because the Lama might decide in the moment. Yeah, they might just decide in the moment, let's teach. They might decide, yeah, we've got time, let's do it. You know, so sometimes it's spontaneous. Yeah. Yeah, so all of the things that go into a Lama's decision, who can say? Just be flexible and awake. Yeah. Yeah, any other like logistical questions or bits and pieces? Yeah, I know that's very quick to go through something that obviously has a lot of layers, but just logistically, kind of how are you doing?
We are more and more looking like the center.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you very much. Really wonderful.
Yeah, it's exciting. The rice is washed
Yes.
beforehand?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but not soaked. Yes. Yes.
And the tunes. I'm
Yes.
more worried about the tunes.
Yes.
You have MP3s?
I do. I have MP3s, and now we have video, and you guys can learn them together. It's nice to do a dry run with everyone together, because you notice what happened when everyone stood up, then no one else sang but me, or very quietly, and don't leave a girl hanging, you know?
So now you're saying the Thanksgiving?
I did the Thanksgiving tune that time. Yeah, so both have been recorded.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it was very similar.
They are very
there
similar.
is a slight difference.
There is, and the thing is that the more familiar you get, the more the potential is to run over the top of the umze. Yes, I'm pointing at you. Yes. So don't run over the top of the umze just because you think you know. And it is similar enough that you could fool yourself, right? And again, remember that when you hear the umze go, oh, that is not you. That's not you, right? That's the umze. Right, helping you understand the tune. For the umze, they're drawing in the blessings of all the dakas and dakinis. That's the umze's business. You guys are going, we're at that key, are we? Okay. Right, yeah. So,
Is it also that at the end of many prayers, the leader has a long tail that we shouldn't sing with him, right?
no, that's more to indicate we're about to change tunes or we're about to finish.
I think sometimes somebody told me that I shouldn't be singing with the teacher, like
When,
when the teacher is doing the long tail for switching, that we shouldn't be singing.
it depends on the context, right? Often when the tune slows down and stretches, it's to indicate to the group we're about to finish.
Yeah.
Or it's to indicate we're about to change tunes, right?
Retenuto, it's called.
Huh?
So we can sing together.
Retenuto.
Exactly. Musicians
It's like
can.
when you make
I think it's eating the
rice
rice.
and you.
He wants to be reborn as human.
Yeah, but
He's
I'm not
working
sure
on
the
Less than
rice
rice.
Can he choke on
Just
it?
rice.
Okay, so any other logistical issues, and I will send you MP3 of me with less frog in my throat doing each of the 3 times. You know, this part here, again, if the umze doesn't have the mental space to do 2 things at once, someone else can do it. If no one can do it, that's okay, right? It's mental. You know, somebody be doing the mudra, right? It's mental, all of this. The extra bits, you know, physical merit is important. Resources are important for us on our spiritual path. But if you can't do the whole song and dance, remember that it's always about the mind. And it's always about, I want these teachings, I'm listening for these teachings. You know, and then at the end, thank you for these teachings, I'm going to practice them. You know, those are the main things of all of this to remember. At the beginning, I want it, I'm listening. At the end, thank you, I'll do it. Yes? So if nothing else, remember those things. Yeah, any other questions or any comments? Yeah.
In the refuge bodhicitta question that I have for a long time, the chunyan is in Italian, italics, right?
What?
In the refuge and bodhicitta
Yeah.
prayer, the third line, the Dagi chunyan.
Opinion
Yeah.
only for teachings, yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 versions, right? One is through the merit of generosity and so forth, and one is through the merit of listening to teachings and so
Well,
forth.
Because normally I think the wrong word.
Just look at what's there. Yeah, just look at what's there.
So it's for teaching?
Yeah, there's the one for
Chunyan
teachings,
is
and there's the general one that we
Chunyan.
do in sadhanas, which is generosity and so forth.
Asterisk
Yeah.
with the comment underneath.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. You're just thinking refuge and bodhicitta. If you stumble, don't worry about it. But yeah, that's the 2 versions. One version is through the merit of teachings and so forth, may I become a Buddha for all sentient beings. The other version is through the practice of generosity and so forth, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. The so forth is the rest of the 6 perfections. Right. Yeah, good questions. Yep, bits and pieces. Slowly, this Prayers for Teaching Occasions book will be your old friend and you'll know all the bits, right? All the bits. At the end of the teaching, that's when lots of people might come up to do the katas, right? So it could be that the teacher is indicating, now everyone come up and everyone have a blessing. And if that's happening, it's auspicious to be chanting the whole time so that the waiting people don't dissolve into gossip, right? So, one by one, people are going up and offering a kata, but lots of people aren't offering a kata because they already did or they're waiting. And human nature is dissolve into gossip, right? So you guys now know, don't dissolve into gossip.
Om Mani Padme Hum?
Yes, you can Om Mani Padme Hum. Very auspicious is to recite the long life prayer of the teacher. Yeah, again and again. Also very auspicious is to recite Migne Sewe, right? That's very auspicious. Any of the prayers, right? So the chanting leader might need backup. They might be losing their voice at this point. So they might say, Ilil, take it, read the Lamrim prayer. And you'll be like, we're doing the Lamrim prayer. And you just start saying it in English or Hebrew, right? It doesn't have to be Tibetan. It doesn't have to be chanting. What it shouldn't be is gossip, right? That's what we're trying to prevent, is to keep that sacred atmosphere that the teacher and the students have created. Now you're doing this beautiful kata offering and people dissolve into gossip. The chant leader is trying to hold it together, right? Just a few more minutes, then you can dissolve into chaos, right? So it might be that at this point the chant leader has a few backups because they need a glass of water or they want to offer the kata and they'll just hand it and say, okay, do this prayer, and hand them the mic and the text and someone else will carry it from there. So chanting leader is a big job, it's an important job, but it doesn't have to be so special that you feel like you can't do it, right? If you know that you have confidence speaking in public, help a person out, right? Help the chanting leader out. So even though you feel a little self-conscious and a little weird, feel like, okay, I can help lead this prayer, I know this one. Even if it's just spoken in Hebrew or English, right? It's a nice thing to do for the community. So slowly, you can all learn to be chant leaders if you want to, but even if you're not, that doesn't mean you're not leaders in your community to help bring community together. So if you feel comfortable, put your hand up, tell Shruti about it. Yeah, any other bits? Yes?
About the kata for older people at the end, because we have many teachers, different teachers, sometimes different traditions, I felt many times confusion on when it's okay to put a present, a gift, on top of the kata and when not to do that.
What do you mean on top of the kata?
Like
Offering.
In addition to
personal offering
Yeah.
for the teacher.
Yeah.
Sometimes it says I prepare it, but nobody's giving, so maybe it's wrong.
It's appropriate when you feel like it. That's when it's appropriate. Yeah. When you want to, that's when it's right.
So it's always right.
Yep, absolutely. And it's nice if you have a little personal money offering, even if it's 2 shekels or something tiny amount. It's nice, but you don't have to. Just the kata is fine. Or if you're an artist and you want to offer your art, or if you're a musician and you want to offer your music, or if you saw a cute teddy bear, whatever. If it's a good offering for you, it's a good offering.
But again, if it's money, you can offer it to the teacher.
Just put it straight on the desk. Straight on the desk.
Offer my music, what do you mean?
Like a CD or something.
Okay.
Or you could do a saxophone solo just briefly and then move on.
In a nice
I'm kidding.
in a
Right.
special nice envelope.
Yeah, special nice envelope. But again, monastic teachers would prefer not to touch the envelope, so it's nice to just put it straight on their desk and then offer them the kata. Yeah. So offer them the
It
kata.
happened to me that I gave an envelope to a teacher and he said, you take it.
Yeah.
And I said, but it's for you. And he didn't know that I have to put it in the desk. So I said, but it's for you. And he said, yeah, what is it? I said, it's money. And he said, yeah, you spend it. You spend it.
Yeah. That's sometimes
And I
they'll
felt
just do that.
Oh my
yeah.
God, he doesn't want my
Don't overthink. Don't get weird, right? Don't overthink it. He might just be thinking, please, you spend it, have ice cream. Rinpoche often says, no, have ice cream. When you try and give Rinpoche money, he often says, no, have an ice cream. right? Like, it doesn't mean you're not allowed to give me offerings, you sick thing.
No,
He just wants me to
I
eat ice
didn't
cream.
know I was supposed to put it in the desk.
That's not why he rejected it, right? They will take it from you if you insist, right? Like, they're Tibetan, right? We're friendly. Yeah, that's not why, right? There's lots of layers of reasons why. Some of them karmic, some of them logistical, some of them don't overthink it, just go with it, right? Don't think I'm bad. Don't get into a weird thing. Don't get into a weird thing, please.
You spend it.
Please don't get weird, please, right? Like, use your common sense, don't overthink it. The Lama's never going to be mad at you. They're full of compassion and bodhicitta. It's not in their nature to be mad at you. Remember, all of this song and dance, is for your mind to be receptive and to create the cause to receive and hear the teachings. It's for you, right? This is for you.
My translation was that it's not clean enough. Like
Maybe that's true, but like that's your business. You know what I mean? Like, that's your personal thing to examine. Only really you and the Lama know. So I couldn't say why. Who knows? Right? That's your own personal thing to check. Was my motivation weird? Did I have a strange mixed motivation? Did I want something? You know, you have to do that yourself. This is such personal practice, isn't it? Right? And to know that if you say you want to offer the Lama a beautiful stuffed bear, because you love beautiful stuffed bears, that is a beautiful offering, right? And the Lama will probably take it and go, oh, beautiful stuffed bear, and then give it to someone else. They will probably give away your present, right?
Yeah,
So like,
they do. I know.
so brace yourself, right?
That's what happened to us when we gave him the Torah, the white Torah.
So, you know, just go in it with a really flexible mind, right? Because you think because we forget that even our generosity gets tainted with negative states of mind. We want to show off, right? We want to show off, or we want to be validated, or we want to be praised. Really, you're trying to create the cause to meet teachings and create the cause for resources. Once you've made the offering, let it go. You've made the offering. It's no longer about you, it's theirs. So if they want to give it to someone else, that is their business, right? Like, you have to have this really, let it go, right? Like, really chill out. Because if it's really that you've given a present, it's theirs now. If you want it to be used a certain way, did you really give it? Or were you sort of like, I'm giving you this to put on your altar to say, this was from me, I'm special, right? Did you really give it, or were you doing a whole trip, you know? Right? Like, you have to be what is happening in your own mind, and only you know, right? Only you know. So, again, it's personal.
It's like a teaching for your mind.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And not the attitude of the other.
Yeah, exactly. It's your own practice.
That's tormenting teaching, because we don't know why the Lama rejected. Like,
It's not your business.
Well, that's the
what she
teaching.
said. Yes,
Well,
it's
try
not-
to find out
It
why.
doesn't matter.
Think
The
positive.
issue is,
Think
who are
positive.
you when you are offering
Yeah.
that?
Look, just think
That's-
deeply, and it's your own thing, right?
that's-
Yeah, and you don't know the answer for that.
Look, I think it's always a question for you yourself to ask, and you'll never come to the bottom of it, right? It's just about self-awareness, holding a mirror to yourself. You're wanting something concrete, it's never going to happen, right? It's about self-awareness, right? It's just the Lama is there to put a mirror in front of you. That's what they're there to do, right? To show you yourself, right?
And I'm thinking that it's also a teaching for who am I when I give a present to others?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Exactly.
It's showing off, being important, or or
Honest
doing
and
something,
open. Yeah.
for others.
All right, so let's dedicate, shall we? All right, page 34. Okay. So let's do the dedication prayers in Tibetan just to get used to it. Janchu Sancho Rinpoche Mhake Panam Ke Gyuachi Ke Banyam Pame Bayang Gone Gondu Pelwa Shu Garia Rawe Kowe Jinkam Dia Pendam Dewa Malu Jungwe Ne Chen soi, shape si te badua ten gyuachi. And then back to page 33, the long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tup zul chan ching jam gohan galway, tenzing kyom palway, kon zur du poze, chuzon kowe le mon tu drum, pada so du de gondu shapten shu. All right. Have a nice night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.